Good morning, good morning. What I've got here, oh my me. Again, I hope you're okay. It's really early, can you hear me? Oh, hang on. Let's just turn that down. Bit of an odd size of the format because I couldn't have, sorry, waking up, right? Didn't have the chat, so I had to make that second laptop. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Okay, it's that kind of channel, isn't it? Okay, so look at that. I'm hoping that the sun will indeed rise somewhere over there. We've lost one of my phones, or my cameras, so I might just actually just sort that out. All right, let's go back to that for a minute. Yeah, it's not connected. It's an odd system, but this. It's funny, my older phone works fine. My Google Pixel 1. This Samsung is ropey as heck. So, there we go. So, who have we got in the chat? Hey, Viral Beats. Andy. Hey, Kent Spong. Uncle Chrome. Jeffrey Dory, welcome. And Biscuit. Where's Cressy? Cressy, wake up. Time to jam. Right, okay, so with that said, I'm going to Oh, press the button that removes his direct. Oh goodness, that is quite loud. If I do this, can you hear the bird song? Sorry, noise. There's an inbuilt mic on it and I don't really want to just be... Oh, you can hear it through me. So, good morning, right. Hello, lovelies. Right, so, I don't know what I've got going on here, but let's just, let's get something going. Let's get something to welcome us in. Oh, the crows are out. Oh, it's almost a shame to mute my mic. I'm going to take the mic off and place it somewhere that isn't on me. So hopefully you can kind of hear me in the background. I just want that natural sound of the day waking up. The sort of seagulls. Right, let's get going. Let's see what happens. Hey, Biscuit. Right. Happy solstice indeed. Let's just get the main show going. Oh, it's not happening, is it? Not yet. Come on. Connect. Damn you. Wow, how about that? I didn't think I'd be able to jam for an hour and, what was that, 15, hour and 20? Well, thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully I am whispering because it's 5:20 a.m. Now, whilst it's absolutely daylight, I know people, and I'm right under Shroomi's window, so she'll probably hear me. But there we go. We watched the sunrise together, shared a moment. And yeah, I think I caught a couple of you guys commenting on the amount of contrails in the sky. That's a lot, isn't it? And just out of nowhere, suddenly, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, Bristol Airport isn't that busy, right? Maybe, I think though, we are on the flight path to from Heathrow to America, so I suppose that's got to figure into that as well. How many flights will be taking off at this time in the day to go to the United States of America? Anyway, so I've obviously caught some of that. Let me just see if I can do this so I can actually see some. The comments did arrive eventually on the machine. Any feeding some furry, kind of alien furry beast? Yeah, that's always the case, Jeffrey. I'm messing your names up. Top notch. Thank you, KB5, and thank you for the comments about my sounds. I caught that one, so appreciate that. I really do. Kent, there's a woman looking out of her bedroom window saying to her husband, "Colin, dear, there's a strange man in the garden in his PJs trying to look what looks like to communicate with aliens." Brilliant. It's actually true. We have been communicating with aliens. I'm going to get that on my ear because I can actually do it without that. Things I forget in the heat of the moment. So, the micro freak. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have enough time to get. I got the one sound, the froggy sound at the beginning, and I thought, as I could duplicate that quite easily with the where is it? Have we got a camera on the eudaimonia and hysteria together make a really good acidy bass sound, and I've got a sound on the QD drum voice that's got that low end kind of is it 2 and a 4? I've got 2 and a 4. Yeah, it's that one. That's got a kind of a low end throbby kind of pulsy acid sound, so I think that's kind of covered. But so I ended up looking for other stuff, and you know, I don't know where the presets are. So I luckily found mood strings and then whacked that through the nostalgia analog delay, because of course everything's going through the modular. And if you tuned in last night when I tested this, it's this little piece of equipment here from Rich, or Axis Modular, and it basically takes a 1/4-inch jack and outputs it, and you've got an attenuation, so actually I can get a good signal level into the modular for external stuff, and that can be anything from a guitar to a keyboard. Dead useful when you've got a modular system which isn't conducive to playing traditionally on seagulls. So yeah, I felt I needed something to sort of just jam with, so that was a thing that kind of worked. But yeah, it's good to note, I'm going to do this way perhaps, is that the entire system is running off 3 power banks. I've got this 130 watt one, although it's outputting 100 watts to 100 watts via a MyVolts step up. So I have to thank Luke and Caroline for supplying that, which is drawing 15 watts. This is, it says 47%, so that's pretty good. It's a reasonable amount of time to jam with. So, you know, incredible what you can do. So that's a modular powered from this, and the key step, beat step, that's all powered from that one. I mean, that's no MyVolts for this one, unfortunately, but just a straight USB cable, and it's that 10,000 watt power bank. It's a PD one. It's a nice one, but it's not very big. And then I've got a really old 20,000 amp, not PD, powering the streaming side of things. So this could easily work on a mountainside as long as there's signal to connect to. The only thing I found was that this camera, which is my old Samsung phone, it's all on phones, which is brilliant, isn't it? You know, what have we got? Oh, this one? No, that's quite cool, isn't it? Is it this one? No. Is it that one? No. No. I don't know. I haven't quite set these up yet. But yeah. So I think the system worked, and I really enjoy this formation of my rack, my modular system. I really think I've got something. There's a couple of spaces that I haven't used PAMs for ages, or the Rosa, so I could transfer them. I'm going to get a second case. I could transfer them and open that up for another sound source. I think that would be useful. Although, I think the fact that it's just two voice with, yeah, it kind of works. Anyway, let's see if you've got anything. Any questions? You know, QQQQ. If you've got any, I've seen a couple of them earlier on. Let's go. So, didn't bring anything to drink. What are you guys drinking? I mean, I could do with a coffee now, but I might try and go back for an hour. I've got to take Edie to her outlayer. So, hey Marilyn, how you doing? Did you stay the distance? Hey VB. Yeah, so the old gods are indeed pleased. I think that's the thing, isn't it? We've got to welcome in these moments. What's the sun looking like now? That's a pretty glorious sunrise, isn't it? It's actually lighter than that, but I think the camera's auto exposed. Sounds coming from somewhere. Don't know. Was it? Could just be the sounds of the world waking up. Oh no. No, it's just the sound of the world waking up. Freaking out about it. I think it's because, you know, we're in this glorious jungle of my garden, doing this weird thing. But yeah, it was good to see the cats, wasn't it, as well? So I flew New York City to Gatwick, landing around 7 a.m. Sunrise over your area was spectacular. Yeah, Uncle Chrome. Well, I think the last US flight I did notice, which would have been 2018. No, 2000. Yeah, the last flight I took from Heathrow was 2018. I flew from Frankfurt to LAX for NAM in 2020. That was the last time I went to the States. God, it's too long. 5 years is too long. I need to go back. Somebody needs to get me back to the States. Anyway, yeah, BeatStep Pro is great. It's just effortless, and I think that's what I like about it. It is quite big comparatively speaking. The Oxy one, which is the sequence that everybody's buying, is 8 channels, I think, and it's about the same size. So I think but you've got drums on that as well. So I think it's 3 channels. I can count. I nearly didn't hear my alarm go off, so it was a bit of a struggle. So I didn't have a drink. Yeah, they do. There's a little place to the side of me, which has got our old. I mean, I used to have our garden table here. I moved it because I wanted the space. Hey, come Jackson. Come on, come say hi. Come on, dude. Hey, buddy. Come on. Yeah. Oh, you know, cats are outside. Come on, don't be like that. Yeah, so there's like a table, and underneath it is an old bit of, you know, sort of a what do you call them? We used to call them lazy loos. So it's a sort of long sort of lounger, I suppose, sun lounger. It's got a padded thing, so that's under there. So they sleep on that, and it's obviously in the rain. They've got a little outside house. Look at this guy. Oh, you're purring now. Yeah, there we go. So we've had cats, we've had synths, we've had sunrise. No coffee, no tea. I would have perhaps had a chamomile, which would have been quite nice. So what was that about Arteria? I understand. I've sent Arteria a picture of the seer. I don't know if I can register it. Oh. Yeah. SQ1. Yeah. It didn't really take off. Is that the newer one? Or am I thinking the SQ10 was the old one, wasn't it? The little plastic one with the micro knobs. Or is that the SQ1? But yeah, I think that's quite a good thing. You've been up since 7:30 yesterday. I'm now. Oh my goodness. Good. Can't get to bed. Sometimes we need to do that. Exhaust ourselves. Right? Are you done? No claws. You just. Yeah, you're gonna go away now, aren't you? And Tom's gonna get this. Here comes Tom. Yeah, they're predictable, but I had to nip in and get those. Come on then. Well, come on. Oh, and Biscuit, I did get the fire pit ready behind me. You can see it, but I came up without my lighter, and it was such a moment to get everything working. I thought getting everything working and operational was a bit more important, but it might have been difficult to see. I think nighttime jams in the garden with the fire pit work better. I can't believe how light it is. I really can't. Really amazing. Ah, well guys, that's an hour and a half is it an hour and a half? It is exactly an hour and a half. There we go, Tom. You don't tell your brother are you being shy? Jackson. You'll never find, he's just never going to find that. What's the sun looking like? Ooh. It's nice, isn't it? It's auto exposing, and that's the thing. I think I kind of like the system for it. I'm just sticking these phones up. But I was disappointed that this camera didn't work for ages. I don't know. It suddenly started working. Anyway. Yeah, fire a winter solstice. I think so. And you typically do that jam at sunset, wouldn't you? So rather than sunrise as well. So it'd be an easier one to sort of to get going. Right, okay guys, well thank you very much for joining me this morning. Drop us a like if you're watching this afterwards. I hope you enjoyed it. The meandering, rambling, rhythmical, hypnotic sunrise solstice jam with cats, which was good. I'm glad they both saw fit to, So, hey, you've missed that, Tom. Come on. Thank you. Anyway, I'm rambling now as well. Anyway, be good. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'll get this back inside at some point, but the system works, right? Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Happy solstice. So remember, be good to yourselves and each other, and I'll see you around. Right, how do we can do this? I think we'll just fade out with the sunset, right? Sunrise, not set. Goodness. Yeah. And see you at 10 o'clock for Andy, if you're still awake, most of you. Thanks, Viral Boots. Thanks, KV. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have a nap on the sofa as well this afternoon. All right, guys. Be well.